What is going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with an exciting update on Marvel Strike Force blog post here. As you can see, yeah, it's kind of odd that it's Wednesday, but it has been a couple weeks since the last blog post, so definitely exciting times, guys. If you saw my earlier data mine video, thanks again to Tana, you'll know that Archangel and as well as Nemesis are confirmed to be rounding out the rest of this Deathseed team. So it's going to be super exciting to see for sure. We got a kit breakdown of both Archangel and Nemesis. In addition to that, we also get the final revisions in terms of what we can expect with Red Hulk. So let's just dive right into it, guys. We have all the information already available. And keep in mind, guys, this is subject to change. We've definitely seen, especially before with Rogue's Unlock and release, that, you know, her kit overall, when it was released on the blog post, it did change a little bit in terms of energy costs. So just keep that in the back of your mind while we review this together. So Archangel, traits, he's going to be a villain global mutant blaster. He's going to be the final legendary horseman. His basic attack, Ring Wrath. He's essentially attacking the primary target and adjacent for 300% damage, in addition to applying bleed. In raid specifically, he's going to be applying more bleed. So really in the raid battles, he's going to be applying a huge amount of bleed just to be able to strip down the enemies, and it's also cannot be counterattacked. Special ability, Shardstorm. This is a very potent and powerful special. You can see he's going to be clearing negative from himself. He's going to be applying offense up, and he's also going to be applying damage as well. On any target block, especially if he targets enemies with that, he's also going to get additional speed bar increase here. So that's going to be very notable against those enemies that do have that block as well. On top of that, if he does get the kill, he's going to be applying offense down to all enemies for 2 full turns. So I can definitely see how this would be extremely effective, especially when you're up against minions and you just cast out on all enemies and they're easy to take down in raids. Finally, his ultimate ability, Angel of Death, a very cheap 3 out of 3 cost. He transfers all positive effects from himself. He also flips positive buffs to negative, and as well, he's also able to attack for a 700% piercing damage, which is very notable. It's going to be a powerful, powerful ultimate ability. In raid specifically on his kills, he's going to be prolonging the duration of all positive effects, so really making sure that it sticks. So this character is going to be absolutely brutal in terms of being able to provide such a huge amount of sustain, but as well dealing some very notable damage as a legendary. Lastly, passive Fallen Angel. On each of his kills, he's generating energy for his team. On the death as well, he's going to be attacking the injured enemy for 200% piercing, ignoring taunt and stealth. So it kind of reminds me of Deathpool's ability, where she constantly attacks when the enemies are taken down. She's also going to be reducing the speed bar by enemies as well. In raids, that will be increased. And also a bonus for raids specifically, there's going to be a barrier that's activated in the passives too whenever that does happen. On this character or Deathseed ally crit, they're also going to be healing, and it's going to be 3% of his max HP. On top of that, gaining additional armor and crit chance. So his entire kit is pretty much selflessly for the Deathseed team. So this is where they're going to get some of that healing and sustain back, especially with the barrier. It's going to be very interesting to see how this team also performs outside of raids. Next up, we got Nemesis here. So let's just scroll to the bottom, guys. And by the way, he is the son of Apocalypse, so a very notable inclusion for sure. A global mutant support hero. So his basic Exo Punch. He's going to be attacking the primary and adjacent targets for percentage damage, in addition to stealing health from each target, as well as redistributing to the rest of the team. So I mean, this is going to be where some of the sustainability and healing and support will come. That's huge. We also got this ability special here being Bioenergy Eruption. Again, a very cheap special ability being 3 out of 3. We see here that he's going to be attacking adjacent targets for 250% damage and stealing once again and redistributing. I love these attacks that bypass heal block because they do seem to be some of the most powerful abilities in the game. He's also transferring all positive effects from a non-summoned Archangel to himself, so he's going to be really protecting him, as well as spreading those positive buffs to any of the non-summoned Deathseed allies and ensuring those buffs stay. These actions will not, however, spread taunt, stealth, regen, or safeguard, so there is a limitation to this ability, as well as applying speed up to the rest of the team. Plasma Meltdown is his ultimate ability, a cost 5 out of 5, and attacking enemies for 300% damage, and once again stealing HP that bypasses heal block. And so all of his abilities is going to heal, which is absolutely huge here, guys. He's going to be the main healer of the team. On top of that, he's going to be applying slow and that detrimenting bleed. In addition, there's going to be trauma that does apply in raids specifically. Outside of that, guys, his passive, he's going to be gaining additional damage and applying that for his team, and lowering armor, but all enemies will bleed. So we know this is going to be a mechanic that seems to be apparent, especially given the kits of the Deathseed that we're seeing. On Rayge specifically, he's going to be applying defense up, specifically when they spawn, and as well, whenever this character or a Deathseed ally drops below that 50% threshold, he's going to be filling up that speed bar and additionally gaining speed up, so ensuring they get a chance to survive. Both these characters are very, very powerful, guys. I cannot wait to get my hands on them, but yeah, these are for some notable inclusions to round out the rest of this very powerful Deathseed team, and likely going to reshape how the Doom raids are going to be, especially in the mutant stages of the game. Lastly, guys, Red Hulk awakened abilities in the Saga. So we finally got official confirmation here now, the upgrades to both his special and passive abilities. Let's take a look at what this would be. So again, this is anything that's kind of bolded. So we see the original ability here. Anything that's bolded generally is the update. So right here, specifically, clear revive once on priority target if Apocalypse is an ally, or with 3 or more horseman allies, he's going to clear revive once on adjacent targets as well. So completely stripping that revive is going to be huge, especially in the combination of the other legendary horsemen. He's also going to be filling up the speed bar for 1 random adjacent horseman by 10%, and 1 random Apocalypse. In this case, Apocalypse himself by 15% as well. 10 and 15, sorry. His passive, Seeing Red, notable inclusions here, specifically in War, then it looks like, is that he is going to be adding end of his turn, if Apocalypse is an ally, he's going to be gaining charges up to a maximum of 5, and granting additional focus for the rest of the Horsemen and Apocalypse allies. So there you guys have it, a full rundown of the kits. These 2 characters are going to be very, very powerful and fun to play with, guys. And we were worried about the healing, but after reading these 2 kits, there's going to be a tons of barrier and cleansing in addition to the healing that's going to be provided, especially from Nemesis having all his abilities really benefiting the rest of his team. Let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. Exciting, exciting times. Thank you as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.